Okay. So they accommodated me at the very last minute. Lucky me. Yay. Okay, so here's the car getting some TLC after 6 months. Yep, changing the engine oil. Yep, new oil filter has been installed. Yep, missed it, but oh well. Well, that was quick. Are they finished? And you can actually see it being serviced. Got my keys.
May concern kayo.
Sige po. Okay, hello guys. Since I have a bit of time or a bit of day off, I'm going to try to have the car go a preventive maintenance service. It says that you can either go to the 15 kilometer or every 5,000 kilometer mark, or 6 months, whichever comes first. And when I checked the booklet, the last preventive maintenance service was around September. Fast forward 6 months, it's already March now. Hence, that's why I'm going to the nearest Toyota service center. All right, let's go. Okay, to be honest, I'm not really optimistic if I am able to have the car undergo PMS or even just a change in the engine oil, because it's already late in the afternoon. It's 2 p.m. and I have an early duty tomorrow morning. I don't want to take up too much time. Best case scenario, it will be done by 2 hours if they provide the express PMS service. Worst case, it might be scheduled to another day, because from what I read before, there are guys that take long as 4 hours just to have their PMS. Now, this is not my usual place to have the car undergo PMS. I usually take it to our well-known Toyota service center in my home province. That way, some of the manager, or at least one of the managers there, knows us and may expedite our service. But since I'm here in Manila right now, and it's already due for, well, it's not strictly due for a service, but I have time, so I just said, why not? Let's just try to squeeze it in our schedule. Just like we're squeezing in between these cars. What's up with the police motorcycle? There another VIP. Oh my goodness. Of course there's a VIP with a sticker and everything. Sure. Go ahead, my guy. I mean, it's not like you're the Senate President or the Vice President or the President or the Speaker of the House. I know that there are only 5 government personnel or government staff that are exempted or that are allowed to have VIP escorts. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the ones that I mentioned are the ones that I know of that are legally allowed to have police escort. Yep. Just so long as I won't hit you. Okay. This one's going to... Still green. You can squeeze through, my guy. I guess. I honestly don't know where to position myself. Unfortunate. Got stopped over because the minibus is picking up, or I mean dropping off passengers. But I can see the Toyota service center. Now I'm not sure if I should park straight to the service center area or what. But I know this is Mitsubishi. It's on the other side. Okay, come on, go ahead. Yeah, the entrance is here, if I remember correctly. But I don't know how I would... do I just leave it here or what? Somebody... I need somebody to talk to. Okay, we'll find out together. Because it's been a long time since I visited this place. Okay. Papa PMS. Good afternoon, Papa PMS.
Dito po sir, kabila po.
Kabila,
Opo.
okay.
Okay, sir. Address po sir.
Ito ba yung Express PMS?
Opo.
Okay, sige, sige. Thank you.
Address po.
Okay. Okay. Alright, guys. If I can film inside, why not? Okay, I'm currently in Toyota Otis Service Center, and unfortunately, there is a cutoff. It's 2 p.m. and it's already 2:30. I'm not sure if I can still be fit in their schedule, but if not, I'll just have to reschedule it some other time when I have more vacant time. We'll see. Let's just hope. Okay, so good news that I guess you got fit in. You got fit in their schedule, and apparently I'm the last one. So they accommodated me at the very last minute. Lucky me, yay. Now, the process started when I walked into the door. There are two offices in Toyota Otis. There is one for the sales area, and I'm here at the one that specializes in the PMS services. So what I did was when I walked through the door, I asked for the PMS service. One of the one in the front desk assisted me and then gave me a quotation from their mechanic or from their seniors. And then once we agreed with the price, I was then redirected to a more of the service reception area. Then the one that assisted me, I actually remembered him from the last time that I serviced my older model landcruiser. He explained to me what will be done to the car. So if I can remember correctly, they'll change the oil, which is 7 liters for the LC300. They'll also check if there are any fluids that needs replenishing, and also if they need to put on any what's here, they'll also do the 15-kilometer check-up, even though I haven't reached the 15-kilometer yet. I am not yet showing the full details of the service because the one that assisted me told me that maybe I could avail, or maybe I could be offered an even more discount aside from what was already quoted to me a while ago. So I'm just hoping and praying that maybe I could get further discount. But right now, as it stands, I'm currently at a 5-digit mark. Also, given the permission to actually video or document the process, I just have to ask permission from the service crew if I can film the whole thing, or if even some parts of it. So just a quick side note, the office or the service starts at 6 a.m. and they usually cut off at 2 p.m. But lucky me, I was accommodated. And yeah, this is, I'm here in Teo always. It is a very big Teo service center. And it's one that I am close at, which is convenient for me. And I've already had experience with them before. Yeah, let's see and ask permission if we could film. Okay, so here's the car, getting some TLC after 6 months. My main concern is actually the change of oil, since I haven't reached the 15,000 kilometer mark yet. And now they're doing all of the checking. So, yep. Okay, so one thing that I also did not avail is the supposed free car wash. Because I'm pressed for time, they just decided that they just do the necessary stuff. Change oil, check the fluids, engine flush. I don't, even though I know that essentially it's not required. Also cleaning of now they're actually cleaning the cabin filter, which is nice. I never realized it's so dirty. Perhaps I would buy a new one. And what else did they say? Yeah, basically they'll also check the brake pads if it's still up to spec. If not, then they'll probably recommend for replacement. Once I get back to my hometown, my dad promised me to actually have it treated for anti-rust. But that's for another day if I have time, because as you all know, I am really, really busy. I don't know what they're. I don't want to pretend that I know what they're doing. I'm only assuming based on the parts that they're moving. Okay, so they remove the wheel, and maybe they'll check for the brakes and other stuff there. Maybe the axle, or the tie rods, or whatever. You guys tell me. Okay, I guess now they're changing the engine oil, and here I'll just focus on this. This is a story for another day. Yep, changing the engine oil, and this one is they're making sure that the brake discs are clean. Look at that, it's super black. Well, of course, it's a diesel engine. What do I expect? Okay, I actually forgot, but yeah, one of the senior mechanics removed the oil filter and is about to change a new oil filter. That one. The other mechanic is putting back the tire. And then the new oil filter has been installed. It's really good that Toyota Otis actually lets you look at the cars while they're being serviced. I heard some service centers don't allow that, which is why there are other people that actually are in doubt if the service center really did something to their car, or they just made up something that they changed this, they changed that. Well, in fact, they didn't. They just charged the customer for nothing. I've heard those stories, and so far, this is a good practice in this Toyota service center. As long as you get permission, of course, and you make sure that you don't get in the way of them working. So this is the front wheel, trying to check the brakes and the brake disc. So they are trying to sand off one of the brake discs, maybe to remove the rust for a better contact with the brake pad. Okay, so here is one of the front wheels. I actually didn't realize that there is another mechanic working on the other wheel there. So I think it's three of them simultaneously working on the car. That's what makes it quicker. That's what makes the service quicker. So been fully installed, and let's check the other. Yep. Missed it, but oh well. It's fine though. All four tires are all terrain, but this one remains a stock tire. Cannot buy, or there is no promo that is available, like the buy 4 plus 1 tire. Okay, so this is the Toyota Otis main office, where they put out the cars for display. Usually this is for sales, and other general jobs. A while ago, I entered here, but apparently this is for those who has an appointment and other general job. But this one is exclusively for their maintenance services and body and paint. So I had to withdraw because I'm low in cash. Well, that was quick. Are they finished? Well, I didn't realize it was just about an hour or something. Okay, that was quick. So apparently they did it within an hour or so, and now I'm just gonna wait here in the second floor of the building until they process my receipt, and I have to pay for the thing because they wouldn't give me the car keys until I fully paid for the service. Duh. Just to get a glimpse around the area, here is what it looks like. It's quite roomy, it's cool, and let's try to explore around. Free drinks. I'm not sure what are those. Maybe coffee or something. Restroom. And oh, actually, you can still view it here. There it is. There's a viewing area. I was actually trying to search Google for Toyota service centers that have viewing area, and this was not listed in those searches. I only know that this is the service center that is nearest to me, hence I opted for this. So look, there's a car, and you can actually see it being serviced. I should have just stayed here. It's cooler, wouldn't have sweated as much, but it's also a different experience to really get down there and see for yourself. Good afternoon. See for yourself what they're doing. So that's nice. And yep, I'll just wait for Sir June. Sir June is the one that assisted me all throughout this this endeavor. There's a big ass screen. Wow. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe I shouldn't film it. I might get copyrighted. Anyway. Yep. Okay, so I'm currently in the cashier center. I opted for credit card, but they have other mode of payments. So if you want to see, there are different bank accounts that you can directly pay. And that's it. Got my keys.
May concern kayo?
Sige po. Alright, so we'll do a double check on everything just to make sure before we leave nothing is badly damaged. Just some dirt and grime. And yep, so far it's all good because yeah, the only concern that I had before was the engine oil. And if I had some more time, I would have opted for the car wash. But I already did the double wax car wash a while ago. But I can see dirt again. Anyway, time to go home. Okay na po, sir. Thank you. Okay, now we're ready. This is a bit challenging because I'm against the flow. Sir X, tama lang. Thank you.
Thank you so much po. God bless. Ingat kayo, sir.
Ingat po. Alright. Okay. Time to go home. Now, they marked this as a 15,000 kilometer checkup. So that would be the reference. So for next time, whether I reach the 20,000 kilometer mark or after 6 months again, then I'll have to do a PMS. Reason being is I searched that in what is supposed to be normal driving conditions or what is acceptable for either a yearly checkup or every 10,000 kilometer PMS is when you're driving this in long trips. But if, like me, you're using it as a daily driver, it is better to actually follow the every 5,000 kilometer PMS or every 6 months. What I actually saw in the manual is that you can even do every 3 months, but for me, I can't really follow that religiously because of my schedule. Okay, so that's it, guys, and catch you on the next one. Okay, so this is the day after the PMS service of my LC300, and just a fair warning. This would only serve to give you an idea so as what to expect when you're trying to have your car, specifically an LC300, have a PMS service. So this wouldn't be like an overall absolute guide, and your mileage will always vary because my situation at that moment, at that day, is different. Like I've said in the previous scene, it was already there cut off, but by some chance, I was still accommodated at the very last minute. Now, so a couple of things I noted. They're fast relatively, and what worries me is I do hope that they did a good job in inspecting everything. Even though I was on the ground trying to document as much as I can without getting in their way, without getting in the mechanic's way, I was really just surprised that it was really fast. So they cleaned up the brake disc, the brake pads. They removed the oil, changed the oil filter, and I think they checked also the lights. But I was there because I had to run along and withdraw some money. And so for the overall process, I arrived there around 2:10, maybe 2:20. I was redirected to the main service area because there are two offices or two buildings in Toyota Otis. So after I parked the car, went into the front desk, I asked for assistance regarding the PMS. The front desk lady assisted me, told me a rough quotation after consulting with her, with the service advisor. And then we agreed on the price. I was referred to the service advisor, and I remember that service advisor from way before because I had an older model that I had serviced there before. But enough of that. I digress. After which, since technically I am registering as a new client because of the newer car model, it took some time, maybe around 5 minutes, just to get all of the details, put it on their database. So if I would have to go back there, they already know, or they have an idea, or they have a database that they can refer back to, that I'm a repeat customer. So it took maybe 5 to 10 minutes for the whole process. The service advisor, specifically Sir June, explained what would they be doing. So from checking the fluid levels, changing the brake pads, checking if it's up to spec, changing the engine oil. But I opted not to bail for the car wash because I am in a hurry at the time. And then by the time we were still talking and I was trying to vlog for a bit, I was already signaled or cued in that the car is being transferred to where they're gonna service it. So I walked to that area and filmed as much as I could. And yeah, you can see it in the later video, but this is just a quick recap. So all is said and done, after the service, I went back to Sir June. He gave me the final quotation with the discount. And funny enough, I will show you maybe in this area of the breakdown, including the discount that they provided. And you can just read through whatever job or service order they did along with the discount and what the total that I have paid for actually. After that, I was given back the key, and yeah, handshake, then went home. And a little bit, just this is not to glaze Toyota Otis. I was not in partnership with them. I just had a previous experience with them, and so far it was good for me. Hence, I returned to them. However, I noticed after that service, I had to give my contact info, and the day after that, I was texted with a notoriously infamous LTO scam regarding about a fine that I have to pay and that I have to log into the link that was sent into that message. Now, I am aware of that scam and I didn't fall for that, but it just made me wonder. Someone like me that doesn't usually take those things as coincidences, but I'm still giving the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, so that was my overall experience. It was very good, and I hope you guys can share some of your PMS experiences, whether good or bad, so that everybody can learn something. Now, I will try to religiously follow the 6 months duration for the next PMS because I don't usually travel long distances, so I cannot meet the 5,000 kilometer mark. Yeah, and maybe I can have a better documentation, try to film better angles. Let me know in the comment section what you would want me to focus on, and catch you on the next time, guys.